Is Call of Duty dead? That seems to be the question that everyone is asking lately, and I don't understand it. We are going to talk about that in this commentary and get to the bottom of it. And if you ask me, there's really two parts to it. There's Call of Duty the game and then the Call of Duty community. More people seem to be complaining about the Call of Duty community. We're going to talk about that closer to the end of the video. First, we're going to talk about Call of Duty, the franchise, being dead. So, Call of Duty started to get really big on November 5th, 2007. That is the release date of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. That is where the game went from something pretty damn neat to something spectacular. The game was released, and quickly people started to find this fast-paced multiplayer game, and the popularity grew, and then Modern Warfare 2 was released, and the community again began to grow and grow and grow until we got to where we are today. This weird little past 3 years has had something strange happen. Black Ops 2 was released, and the community again grew bigger and bigger and bigger. Then Call of Duty Ghost was released, and then Advanced Warfare. The problem is Call of Duty Ghost and Advanced Warfare seem to be not quite as good as Black Ops 2, and everyone seemed to think that the game was dying because two other developers did a bad job, or quote-unquote bad job. So we are now looking at a split community, and what do I mean by this? Is that the Call of Duty community isn't just playing one game. If we look at it, the servers are opened for every single game since Call of Duty 4. That is 8 years worth of games. So the servers are live from November 5th, 2007 to the current date. What does this mean? That you can literally go back and play 8 different Call of Duties online. So let me ask that question again. Is Call of Duty dying? Well, for there be enough people to be playing 8 different games at a single time, I would have to say hell no. And if we add all those people together, that is a lot of freaking people. And then we look at games like, let's say, Counter-Strike or League of Legends. Let's take another thing into account here. They are playing one game. One singular game on one singular console. They are only playing on PC, whereas if we look at a game like Advanced Warfare or Ghosts, you are looking at PC, Xbox 360, PS3, Xbox One, PS4, 5 different consoles. So not only are people mainly split among 3 games, they are also split amongst 5 consoles. And if we do the math, considering that Black Ops 3 was only played on 3 consoles, that is 13 different areas where someone can be playing the last 3 Call of Duty games that are the most popular. So like I said, a very split Call of Duty gaming experience, whereas other popular games to this day are generally on playing one game. So that is one huge difference. Now, does this cause problems? Yes, it does, and if you look at other games that have annual releases, such as sports games, they make it so that there is no point in playing that old game, yet Call of Duties are so different. Like, if we look at the difference between Black Ops 2 and Advanced Warfare, they are hugely different. So, of course, some people are going to alleviate and go to certain different games than other people because people have different preferences as their game styles. So, is Call of Duty the game dead? Well, if they're playing it over 8 different games, I would have to say no, and that's something that's fantastic, that there's so many people playing Call of Duty. Now, of course, when Black Ops 3 is released, everyone's going to then gravitate towards one specific game, but yes, yet again, split among 5 different consoles, which, again, still a split community. Now, will that ever not happen? Hell no. Should it happen? Probably not, because that would create a monopoly, and that's never a good thing, but that's a conversation for another video. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about is the Call of Duty community. Is it dead? Well, if you're watching this video, I think you answered your own question. Why would you be watching this video if there was no such thing as a Call of Duty community? You're watching a commentator talk over Call of Duty gameplay, talking about the future of COD. Well, that creates a community right there. Whether you're only 5 people watching this video or 5 million, that is a community amongst itself. A number of people doing one specific thing That's a community. So, why would people consider the Call of Duty community to be dead? Well, if you look at this time of year, a lot of Call of Duty videos' views will decrease by a lot. Why? Because no one wants to know about gun stats for a game that came out almost a year ago. Very few people will go and watch specific gameplay, but if you look at certain channels, let's look at T-Mart, for example, on every single one of his videos, he is getting well over 100,000 views, talking about, that's right, Call of Duty. So how is that possible? It's because he has a great personality, and people go there not only for Call of Duty, but for him. Is that a bad thing? No. That brings a lot of people to the Call of Duty community, and that's actually a fantastic thing. Now, if you're watching this video and you're enjoying me, that's awesome too. That just means more and more people find different things that they like in a community. A thriving, not dead community. Now, I still think it's weird that people consider the Call of Duty community dead, and a lot of people who are saying that are the older people in the Call of Duty community, the people who have been there for a while, have been through the different games, and they have to consider dying and changing two completely different things, which I think they're not. If you look at popular Call of Duty channels as of now, the news Call of Duty channels are the ones that are most popular. Hence why you've probably seen me in the last little while gravitate towards more videos about Call of Duty that have to do with news. Also, there are a couple few channels that have to do with Call of Duty pros and those people that are also doing extremely, extremely well. Is this a bad thing? Absolutely not. It just means the videos that you're going to see may not be the same videos that you would see out of Call of Duty 4. May I remind you that that was 8 years ago? Now let me compare something for you. Let me compare nothing to do with YouTube, but let's talk about TV. 2007 was 8 years ago. Let's take a look at a TV show that came out in 2007. The Big Bang Theory first aired in 2007. It's a sitcom. Like other things like How I Met Your Mother, Friends, you pick it. Sitcom, that's what we're talking about right now. That show has changed drastically since the release in 2007. People are married that weren't married. People are in the show that weren't originally in the show. I won't give away any spoilers. But since that show has changed, does that mean the show is dead? No, it just means it's different than it was when it started. Now, you may be saying this is completely different, but it's not whatsoever. In fact, if we look at the release of Call of Duty 4, a lot more people are playing Call of Duty now than were then. So really, shouldn't you say that the Call of Duty community is doing pretty well for itself? Now, there's one more thing I'd like to leave you with, and it is another number stat. I'm going to quickly, like literally as I am talking right now, go to YouTube. Just go to YouTube, and I'm going to type in Call of Duty. Now that I've typed it in, I'm going to change one thing and one thing alone. I'm going to go to Filters, and I'm going to select Last Hour. There are over 10,000 videos released in the last hour alone. 10,000. So just that number alone, 10,000 videos in an hour about a game that apparently is dead. I think I've proven it wrong. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think we put a nail in the coffin of this subject once and for all, but I want to hear what you guys think. Leave a comment in the comment section below. It would it would help me out. It would let me know what you guys are thinking about this topic, and I always love to read your comments. Leave a like rating if you enjoyed the video. It helps me out greatly, and thanks for watching, and until next time, peace out.